Caitlin Clark and Stephanie White not on the same page amid Indiana's 10th WNBA loss, says reporter. On paper, the Indiana Fever did everything right during this offseason. After Caitlin Clark's breakout year, Kelly Krauskopf and Amber Cox retained their young core of Clark, Boston, and Mitchell and surrounded them with veteran presence. They brought in Natasha Howard, Sophie Cunningham, and DeWanna Bonner, who later left the team. But keeping all the drama aside, the Fever looked like an exciting team to watch. And that has been the case, for the neutrals. They are loving the up and down season the Fever are having. But for the Indiana faithful, it has been a period of torment with sprinkles of fun and excitement in between. Stephanie White's team is currently third in the Eastern Conference with a 9-10 record. When it's their day, and if everyone's healthy, their pace-and-space offense can run any team off the court. But with persistent injuries and some locker room drama, we haven't been able to see the team's full potential on a consistent basis. Moreover, many people have noticed that Caitlin Clark is not getting the ball as much as before, which raises some interesting questions for the HC. Robin Lundberg, hoops writer for Sports Illustrated, had an interesting theory as to why the Indiana Fever might be struggling. There's enough reason to wonder whether Caitlin Clark and Stephanie White see completely eye to eye about the Fever's offensive identity. He said in a tweet, which had an attachment of his article, where he covered this topic in depth. According to Lundberg, Clark has often been compared to Steph Curry, but in many ways she is more a LeBron James or Luka Doncic archetype. He said, calling the 6-foot-tall point guard a heliocentric offensive force who makes things happen for herself and others through her elite playmaking. An apt example, for sure, considering the impact that CC has on the game. She is a 3-level scorer and an elite facilitator, similar to Luka Doncic. However, Stephanie White had an interesting take about Doncic last year while commentating for ESPN. "You see, the Mavs just play differently without Luka on the floor," she said, talking about how the ball moves a lot more, and many more players get involved without the then Mavs star on the floor. Considering Carolyn Peck's recent comments about CC, there is a definite case to be made here. Clark and White might not be on the same page regarding Indiana's offense. And that's perfectly normal. It is Stephanie White's first year working with the Indiana superstar. A team takes some time to create its offensive identity and find its rhythm under a new coach. But after the Fever's 10th loss of the season, fans are getting concerned. There was plenty of outrage when Clark was benched against the Valkyries, even though she was cutting the lead down bit by bit. While many stars have eased into diminished roles on offense, none have concerned fans more than CC. A.